For centuries, the devil has used churches, schools, parents, teachers to make you feel weak, to make you feel insecure, to make you feel powerless, right? And since the beginning, for example, in schools, I had one friend. He was very good in every single subject, 95% in math, 100% in science. He was one of the smartest guys in class, but he had a problem in language because he was an immigrant. And he always had 65, 67% in French. He wasn't good at all, right? And all the teachers, his parents, his friends, they will always tell him, hey man, like 65% in French, that's not good. You need to focus on that, concentrate. And he will make a ton of effort, do extra classes, study and study and study. Grades came in, once again, 70% and 100%, 95% in every single subject. But his parents did not care about the 195%. His teachers did not care either. They all cared about the 70%, about his weakness, right? And it's pretty obvious why this happens is because the devil wants you to focus on your weaknesses, not on your strengths, right? It's like me, for example. I'm very good at weightlifting. I am a Pan-American champion in weightlifting. But if I put all of my energy into ping pong, right? I do ping pong all day long. I'll never be good at ping pong because that's my weakness, right? I'll always be demoralized. I'll always be discouraged when I see that everyone beats me at ping pong, even though I work so hard at it, right? It's not my talent, man. I'm not good at ping pong. But just training weightlifting 3-4 times per week, I'm able to beat 99% of weightlifters, right? Because that's the gift that God gave me, right? It's my strength. That's how I'm able to honor God and impact millions of people through social media, right? Through my knowledge of weightlifting. But as I said, if I focus on ping pong, I'm gonna be a nobody. I'm gonna be demoralized because I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm all day training and all day focused on ping pong and I still do not see results compared to this guy here who trains twice a week ping pong and is better than me, right? And so that's how you start to realize, you start that negative self-talk. Oh, I'm just not talented enough. Oh, I'm just not good enough. Oh, I'm just not good for this. Oh, I'm just weak. I'm not good at sports. And that's how the devil demoralizes you, by making you focus on your weaknesses. And that's what the church do also. They always focus on you're a sinner, you are weak, you are dependent on the grace of God. And don't get me wrong, all of that is true. But there's also a huge part of Christianity, there is a huge part of the message of Jesus Christ that shows you that Jesus Christ did not only die for your sins, but He came to give you the example. The man who cured thousands of people and did miracles and impacted millions of people's life came and gave you the example. He's like, look, here's what I did. You can do even better works too. You can do the same as me, right? So yes, it's great that the church focuses on you being a sinner. And it's good sometimes that the school or your parents focus on your weaknesses. But that should not even be 30% of what you should focus on. You should focus on the gifts and the powers that God gave you. And the reason why the devil is so concentrated and put so much energy making the people around you make you focus on your weaknesses is because the devil is jealous of you. And the devil has no power over you once you understand the power that God gave you. That's why I told you guys at the beginning of this video, the devil wants you powerless, because then he can control you. Then he can do whatever he wants with you, right? The devil doesn't want you to know that God did not only die for you, that Jesus Christ did not only die for you, but He came to show you the good works that you can do and all the power that God gave you. And I see two types of people: those who focus on their weaknesses and they're always negative, they always have doubts. And then on the other side, there's the people that saying that they are God, right? That the power that God gave them, that doesn't come from God, that comes from me. And that's when you have a lot of ego, that's when you say that you're a God and all of this stuff. I'm not telling you to become that at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Jesus Christ came to give you the example, and He showed you all the good works that you can do and how much impact you can have on this world. And the proof of this is Mark 3:34-35, where Jesus says, "Then He looked at those seated in a circle around Him and said, 'Here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does God's will is my brother and sister and mother.'" Whoever does God's will is my brother and sister and mother. So Jesus Christ is your brother if you follow God's will. And God's will for you is that you become Christ-like, that you follow the example that Jesus Christ gave you to serve others. And in order for you to fulfill God's will, you need to understand that He gave you a lot of power, brother. He gave you a bunch of power. And the proof that Jesus came to set an example for you is John 13:15, where He says, "I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you." I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Serve others, do miracles for others, discipleship. Another reason why the devil wants you to stay weak and stay in your insecurities and focus on your weaknesses is because you cannot serve others if you don't understand the power that you have, that God gave you. You cannot serve others if you're constantly having negative thinking and saying, "I'm not good enough, I am not good enough." Because guess what? Eventually, if you repeat yourself, "I'm not good enough, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that," guess what's going to happen? Proverbs 23:7 tells us what's going to happen. "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." So if you repeat yourself, "I am not good enough, I'm not good enough," guess what's going to happen? That's what you're going to become. Not good enough, weak, ugly, right? That's how you're going to become. So that's why the devil wants you there. And another saying that I've seen in churches, and I've seen a lot of Christian people talk about this, is you should not ask to God. You should not ask for things. That's very selfish. You should, pray for others. You should talk about others when you're praying, but you should not ask for things. That's very, very selfish. But what if I told you that if you ask God and you believe in your whole heart, it is going to happen? That's one of the powers that God gave to all of us as Christians. And in Matthew 7:7, it talks about this. It says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you." Ask and it will be given to you. Believe in your whole heart that what you're asking for, you're going to receive it, and you will receive it. Another example of this is Psalm 50:15, where it says, God promises, "Call on me in the day of trouble." Call on me on the day of trouble. Your debt, your bad financial situation, the struggle you're having with your business or with a client, the struggle you're having with your girlfriend, the struggle you're having with your dad or with your mom, the problems you're having at school or with your training partners or with your business partners. Call on me in that day, in the day of trouble, and I will deliver you, and you will honor me. This is extremely important because a few people use that power and said, "Yeah, but that's my power, that's my manifestation." Right? We see all of that over the internet. The law of attraction and the law of meditation, right? It's all selfishness. But you need to understand that If you call on Him in the day of trouble, He will deliver you from that situation, but you need to honor Him, and you need to understand that it all comes from God. All of that power that you have of asking and then receiving comes from God, doesn't come from you. It's not laws of the universe, it's God. And I know so many Christians, they pray and they think it's 50-50. Oh, will God give it to me? You can see here in Matthew 7:7, it doesn't say ask and it will maybe be given to you, right? Seek and maybe you will find, right? Or knock and maybe I will open. No. There's no maybe, right? There's no maybe. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. That's the power that God gave you. The power that God gave you. And so many times, even myself in the past, I've been $5,000 in debt. And I was all anxious, man. I was all focused on how can I make more money? How can I pay out this debt? How can I change this situation? It's not you, it's God. God is testing you to see how much faith you have in Him. To see how much faith you have in His Word. Because God can say, ask and it will be given to you, and then you can read it and be, oh, that's a nice Bible verse. But 99% of Christians that I see, they think praying it's 50-50, as I said, right? They ask and they don't receive nothing. Why? Because you have doubts. Because you don't have conviction. And you can see even in Romans 14:23, where it says, but whoever has doubts is condemned if he eats, because the eating is not from faith. For whatever does not proceed from faith is sin, right? If you don't have faith, if you don't have conviction, what can God do for you? What can God do for you, right? We can see so many times in the miracles that Jesus did, the person will ask Jesus, hey, can you cure me? And he was like, because of your faith, it will be done. Because of your faith, it will be done. Not because of your works, not because you're not sinning, not because you go to church every single Sunday. It's because of your faith. It's because of your faith. And James 4:2, this is the last verse that talks about what I'm saying. And it clearly says it. You do not have because you do not ask. James 4:2. You do not have because you do not ask. And that's why so many times at churches or other Christian people, the devil uses them, telling you asking is very selfish. Do not ask. It's selfish. It's not. It's a power that God gave you. And as long as you do His will, you will have that power because He gave it to you. As long as you do God's will. And that doesn't mean you're not going to sin. That doesn't mean you're not going to fall into lust. But I can give you an example. Peter, right? Jesus was walking on the water. There was a storm. There was the ocean, right? And they were on a boat. They thought the boat was, just gonna break itself and they all were gonna die. But then Peter started walking on the water. He was looking at Jesus. He started walking on the water. And once he turned his head and see all of the storm, see all of the rain and all of these things happening, he started drowning. Why? Because he took his eyes out of the Lord. Not because he sinned or because he didn't go to church on a Sunday. No, because he took his eyes out of the Lord. He stopped focusing on the Lord. As long as you focus on Him, all of those powers that God gave you will work. All of it. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but give us power, love, and self-discipline. Power, love, and self-discipline. And that's why, my friend, the devil wants you powerless. That's not the Spirit of God. That's the spirit of the devil.